What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 39 of The Rise of a Nation, here with FC Edmonton in the Canadian Premier League. We are back again today. It is the North American Champions League to finish off the series. Today, we are going to be taking on DC United. If we get through, we will do another episode with another game, but yeah, this is kind of the final straight now for our time here at FC Edmonton. Let's see if we can go out with a bang, shall we? We've got DC United here, who we are, well, playing twice in the space of 3 days. So it's going to be pretty intense. The games have been rescheduled a little bit due to various US competitions going on. In terms of our pre-season, I did do a little bit of business. I mean, I was always going to do a little bit. In terms of on the outs, lots of loanings outs for the most part. You know, players that you might recognise here. And then, well, one notable sale really. Mark Anthony Kay left us to go to Pacific FC for £125,000. He's a really big upgrade for them. He'll add a lot to their team. He is coming back from a little bit of an injury, but to be honest, in 3 years at the club, he never really wowed for us. And he kind of wanted to leave, and it just made sense. On the ins, I did do a little bit of business. Shall we talk about the top one? That's the one that is probably jumping out at you. I managed to sign Willian. Yeah, I needed a right midfielder. I got a right midfielder. He's joined us on £3,500. He has a contract that lasts the entire year, but he has already announced his retirement in June. So he's really got one last, I guess, career-ending season here with Edmonton, half a season in truth, to go out with a bang. But yeah, he joined us. He was released, you can see here, by Chelsea after playing only 8 games. He hasn't got very good physicals, but it's blooming Willian. I feel like this is a hallmark and an example of the progress that we have made here at FC Edmonton. It's really nice to be able to see something like this in our last year. We did also sign João for Fonseca, who is a young Portuguese and Canadian player from the Ottawa Fury Academy. And I also went and picked up Hugh Henson, who was Forge's key player, the Dutch player you might remember they signed a few years ago. He is very close to getting to Canadian nationality, and with me needing a right midfielder, he just ticked a lot of boxes in this area. Whilst Willian is perhaps a short-term solution, I do feel like this guy might be the long-term kind of problem solver. So that's what we've done in terms of transfers. It leaves us in an interesting spot because we now have 2 right midfielders who are very, very good, having previously really relied on the likes of Tabler and also Karata playing out of position to do that role for us. So this is the team that we've got for today's first leg. We are, of course, going to be playing the 3-5-2. We've got Williams in goal, ABZ, Oyamada and Lucelio for our back 3. In the midfield, we're going to go with Leon on the left. Unfortunately for us, you can see here Adam Bill is suspended and also Mosavat is out injured. It does mean our midfield trio is going to be Deshays, Mora and Acevedo. Willian is going to make his live commentary debut out on the right-hand side, and Daly and Hamilton are up top. So yes, this is only the first leg. We're away from home for it, so a little bit up against it, but let's see how we get on. As I said, this episode could potentially be the last of the Rise of a Nation. If you haven't kind of caught, you know, in previous episodes me mentioning it, it is just a shame, but I've decided to end the series after this season. The interest in the series has been limited, and I want to go out on a high, and I feel like against the North American Champions League, like we have, with Willian leading the players out, is ending certainly on the highest of highs. He is on set pieces. He's absolutely ridiculous at free kicks. I'm hoping that we can have a little bit of magic from him, and this isn't going to be the last episode today. We're going to get forward 1 or 2 knockout rounds. Of course, it's the North American Champions League, massive underdogs, and while speaking of the devil, Willian crosses in, doesn't beat the first man, but falls to ABZ. Now with Mora, we've not beaten an MLS team from America during our time here. Of course, we've beaten some of the Canadian MLS sides, but this would be a slightly different beast as DC United bring the ball forward. They cross it in towards that back post. Scholes is through, and it's Miguel Murillo who scores. And that is not what we wanted to see. 5 minutes gone, first half chance of the game for them, and having bossed possession in the early stages, and, well, it all coming from one of our own set pieces. Unfortunately for us, DC United have plucked us apart on the break. Willian, bless his heart, he tried so hard to get back there to stop Scholes getting the ball across, but he couldn't quite make it. DC United taking the lead in this game. And Well, we're up against it now, but I'm still hopeful, I'm still optimistic that we're going to be able to make something happen. DC United have had a few players pick up bookings while Hamilton's through. He needs to bang this in, he can't. That was an absolutely nutty defensive tackle there by DC United. It's now with Willian, who gets absolutely crunched. Lucelio, fortunately for us, does read the play. Lucelio, by the way, had a bid during the off-season by Santos. Yes, he did sign a new contract following that, which was nice, tying down him for the long-term future. But, well, we need to take this chance here, and we're going to do just that. Hamilton scores it. Ace Vado with the assist as well. I feel like this is one of the best starting 11s we've had at any point during our time here at FC Edmonton. There's a few injuries, yes, but in terms of the actual players on show, it's hard to dispute this might be our best starting 11 ever. And I'm hoping that we can go toe-to-toe with them. And we've got what could prove to be a critical away goal across this fixture. You can see here, 62% of the ball. We're pinning them in their own half here. Throw-in is attempted, falls to Leon. Perhaps the weak link in the team on the left-hand side of midfield. Now with Mora to Nick Daly. Could give it back to Mora. Backheels to him. Mora hits it. Was that the outside of the post? It was. Man. That was a chance. Willian gets fouled there. Let's hope that he can continue. But, well, Murillo, he's through. Can he finish it? He can't. Kevin Williams stands up tall. I like the fact I've seen Willian fall over there. And instead of saying he's been tackled, I've said he's been fouled. There might be some bias in my commentary. I cannot confirm nor deny it as Kevin Williams smothers the ball there and stops that header from the corner. 22 minutes gone, plenty of chances. I feel like that's one thing that you can always expect from our team here at Edmonton. In knockout games, we just have a habit of having absolutely mad fixtures that just involve a ton of chances for either team. Deshays here, trying to thread through Nick Daly. He could be through. He has to finish it. He should be finishing it as well. Unfortunately for us, he has squandered that opportunity. That was a great one at that. Clean throw on goal. You can see 2 clear-cut chances to our name. Are we going to live to regret that miss? That looked like a foul by Ace Vado. It's not given, and we get the ball forward to Nick Daly. Unfortunately, he is beaten in the air. DC United spreading the ball wide, stretching our team. Ball whipped in here. No one picking up their man, and it's Abu Danladi. Never heard of you whatsoever. Are you good? He's pretty good. He's from Minnesota. He was picked up in the Super Draft. He looks pretty good, to be fair, but still... That is a bit of a sucker punch, really. They've had 3 half chances. The difference between us and DC United so far in this fixture has been that they have taken the chances that came their way. Oleman here with the ball wide, crosses it in, and, well, Abu is there just to tuck it into the bottom corner. Williams, I don't think you can necessarily expect him to stop that one at that kind of time of asking. It was very, very close to him. Maybe one chance before half-time. Willian whips in the ball to the back post. Can it be kept in? It can't be. Deshays to try and maybe recycle possession. He whips it in. Mora heads it. Oh my God, can we get it in? No. That was a Football Manager 3D Match Engine special moment. Hamilton has picked up an injury. That is not good news. We will bring on the duck for him. I did notice that Willian is currently on a 6.0. I mean, that's a little bit concerning, isn't it, on his debut? Maybe there's a reason that Chelsea got rid of him. Maybe we've been scammed. I mean, the good news is, whilst he is, I think, at the highest earner at the club, it is a short-term contract. I'm going to tell the players I'm expecting to see a lot more from them in the second half. Let's see if the Duck can make some magical stuff happen. I want to believe that he's been inspired. You know, he's been watching the Mighty Ducks Disney movie on repeat, all 3 of them, or however many of those movies they ended up milking before it stopped making money. I'm hoping that Saint Duck, you know, he's going to remember the ducks fly together bit. Daily, I mean, Duck is there. Do they fly together? No, they don't, although they could fly together here. Ace Vado, have a go, my son. He hits it. What a finish that is. He has now an assist and a goal to his name, the Uruguayan. Tucks it into the bottom corner. Nick Daly with the assist. 2-2 it is now on the night. Allen headed it clear. Came to Daly. He passed it to Ace Vado, who just tucked it away into that bottom corner. Lovely, lovely little finish by him. We will take that. 2-2. 2 away goals. That could prove crucial. We have got a few bookings, and Willian has been awful. I'm going to take him off. We're going to give a debut to Henson, the Dutchman from Forge. Maybe he can step it up on the right-hand side as Ullman has a free kick. It's crossed in. Mora heads it away. Not the best of defensive headers in truth. And well, Scholes, after a bit of ping-pong, scores. And, well, it's a thriller. It's what you've come to expect from us. We don't really know the definition of the word defend. Mora's header there is shocking. It's got to be said. Could we have dealt with this a little bit better? I don't know. Nice finish by Michael Scholes. You can see here, I actually think we have better players than him. I'm going to be honest. Underwhelmed. Of course, MLS sides do suffer from the fact that they do obviously have the wage cap and various other weird and obscure rules that their squads have to abide by. We have one more sub in us if we want to do it. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to bring in Hernandez for Mora, who's been really disappointing in truth. We'll tell Leon to kind of ease out of tackles just a little bit on the left-hand side. 3-2 would not be the worst result here, but I'd like to see us push on and make something happen here. Deshays to Leon. He's on a booking. Please don't get sent off now. The Duck. Ace Vado. Of course, this game comes right early on in pre-season, so match sharpness isn't 100% for everyone. Daly now with it to Mora, who has been subbed off. And that's exactly why he's been subbed off. He's hammered it over the crossbar. Would Jose Hernandez have scored it? We may never know. Time just slipping away here. I can't even do another shout. Part of me's like, maybe I should go more attacking, but then part of me feels like actually 3-2 away from home against MLS opposition might not be the worst result in the world. Whatever way you look at it, it's disappointing to concede 3 no matter who you're coming up against. Let's try and limit it to 3, shall we? As Areola is here. He whips it into Scholes, who just sledgehammers it home. DC United go 4-2 up in this game, and I've got a sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach. We had chances to win this game. We had chances to pull away and make this fixture our own. And unfortunately for us, DC United have been clinical when it's mattered. They've put us to the sword. And, well, we need to dust ourselves down. There will be a return leg in less than a week's time. We need to try and bounce back from that. I mean, DC United, they were predicted to win by the press, but yeah, that is a tiny bit heartbreaking. We will hope that we can step things up. Hamilton's injury means he isn't going to be able to play what could be our last game here at the club. I mean, I am very, very disappointed. I'm going to go forward. We're going to get into that second fixture. Let's hope for a bounce back. And, well, folks, don't go anywhere. Okay, guys, so we're back here for the second leg. You can see our good comrades, Alajuelense, are not faring quite as well as we are. I mean, suddenly our 4-2 doesn't look that bad. San Jose won their first leg. Let's see how we get on here. In terms of the squad for this game, I've decided to drop Willian. I was very underwhelmed, so we're going to bring in Henson to see what he is made of. And out on the left-hand side, the good news is that Adam Bill is back and raring to go. Of course, he was only suspended. Fitness is a tiny bit of a concern here. Most players down with about 90% condition, but I feel like it's good enough to risk it. On the bench with the injury to Hamilton, Vim has come in, and we are going to start, of course, the Duck up front alongside Daly. These two, I feel like a fitting strike partnership to potentially see out our last game at Edmonton. I want to believe there's some fight in us yet. We're going to be playing at the FC Edmonton Stadium. Let's try and turn things around, shall we? Their team here, you can see, they're going with a 4-2-3-1. This is not going to be easy. This is not going to be easy. I'm going to go for the inspirational approach. You know, I'm just going to try and, you know, get the players rallied, and they are going to be rallied, which is good news for us. What is opposition fitness like for this game? I'm curious. So we just look at DC United's team. They have got a little bit of a situation when it comes to fitness, although theirs is as bad as ours is, isn't it, really? Anyway, let's see how we get on here. We're at the FC Edmonton Stadium, which, for whatever reason, always seems really dark. It's like pathetic fallacy, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember my GCSE English, is like when the weather reflects the mood or tone in a foreshadowing manner. We'll go with it. Pathetic fallacy. I hope not. I'm hoping that we can have an inspirational game here and, well, try and get forward one stage. Of course, away goals are a factor, so the fact that we got 2 is huge. If we get the first goal in this game, it could make things very interesting, but we do need to be better at the back than we were previously. 5 minutes gone and we're dominating the ball, but we need to do something going forward, and well, maybe Deshays is the man to do that. He brings it forward, he chips it over to Nick Daly. It's a pass we've seen all so often. Daly, my friend, the World Cup set finalist. You've got to score some of these today, son. He missed a very similar chance in the first leg, and I'm getting a distinct sense of deja vu. Deshays, free kick just wide of the post. That was not far wide at all, was it? Unfortunately, nearly is not good enough here. We need at least 2 goals on the night to stand at any chance of going through. And the golden opportunity that you'd have to say was squandered. There's not a different word that I can use to describe it. Like, that could be a difference maker, as now Miguel Morello scores again. His header at the near post from Cardenas's cross. Oh, that is so heartbreaking, isn't it? Nick Daly, he had the chance. We now need a minimum of 3 goals. Oh, I feel gutted, to be honest. Repeatedly at this stage, we've kind of come unstuck against teams who I do think are quite beatable for us. At half-time, it's going to be 1-0 to DC United. We have to turn something around here. We have to, well, try and do something. I did not mean to tell my assistant to do the team talk, but he's done an okay job, to be fair to him. Darrow has been with us since the beginning. Canadian International Hall of Famer. I'm going to change things up. I'm going to move Deshays forward, and we're going to play Acevedo. Actually, I'm going to play him at centre mid on support. This is what we're going to go with. A bit of a roll of the dice. I feel like we've got to do something. We might as well go more attacking here. We need a trio of goals in this second half, and what better way to try and get it than to switch to a trio of attacking players with now Deshays playing off St. Duck and Daly up top. Deshays here, speaking of the devil, free kick, whips in, Duck could be there, the keeper collects it unfortunately, plucked right off the head of St. Duck. I thought for a second he was just going to get there. They could launch a counter-attack here if we're not careful, although Acevedo reads the play superbly. Now can we bring the ball forward once more? Disappointing performance so far from our strikers. Henson here, signed from Forge, what can he do? Cutting inside, falls to Deshay, hits the woodwork. Can we get a header? Nick Daly's there. Oh my god, it's one of the most scrappy goals we've seen in 5 seasons here in Canada. But they all count, and maybe that can initiate a spark. Henson's initial effort, Deshays' thunderous effort was incredible. Looped off the crossbar, defensive header was poor. Nick Daly, cool, composed, collected. The most difficult of the chances he's had so far in this fixture. Finally, we have a breakthrough. Set piece now here. St. Duck to cross it in. Oh my gosh, Mora's there. He's hit the woodwork. The crossbar coming to the rescue. Deshays now, free kick. He hits it narrowly over the crossbar as well. We are knocking on the door. We've had 21 shots to 6. Let's make some changes. The Duck has been disappointing. I'm going to bring in Verguin, or Wim as we've been calling him, and see what he can do. Elsewhere, Acevedo's not at the best of games. I'm going to bring in a legend of the team. A hero of the team, some might argue. It's going to be Alex Marshall. This man has proven time again to be a little saviour for us. Alex, I put you on the bench thinking, you know, if this was going to be the last game, I wanted to give you some game time. Can you inspire something? Can you rally the troops? Doesn't feel like it's going to happen, does it? Right, we need 2 goals in 15 minutes. The wingers might as well go more attacking here. In possession, not out of defence. Faster, get the ball forward quickly. In transition, over the opposition defence. Just go for it now, boys. We've just got to. We've got to go in. We've got to press as hard as we've ever pressed before. Time is trickling away here. Every ounce of energy that you have, I need right now, boys. 10 minutes to try and get 2, and it's just not happening. It's not materialising. We'll switch to very attacking. 3 minutes left, and just hope is fading, and it's gone. could we get a goal just to win the game on the night? It's not exactly a consolation, is it? Marshall, no, it's not going to happen. Oh, I was really hoping we could end on a high. Unfortunately, we are going to have to end on that 1-1 draw. I don't know if disappointing is the right word to describe how I feel right now. I mean, it could be worse. We could be Alajuelense, who lost after extra time 6-7. Oh, I'd be crying if I was them. That is as heartbreaking as our result. We get knocked out in the first round. I'm upset. I was hoping for a little bit more from us, but it just wasn't meant to be. And that is going to be the closing chapter on our time here at FC Edmonton. 5 full seasons, 2 North American Champions League campaigns as well. It's been a good time here, in truth. You know, we've had a good run. You can see some of the landmarks that we had here. Winning the North American League twice. If we just look at our overall best 11, you can see it here. You guys can let me know what you make of this. I'm pretty happy that Hamilton and Daly became the top 2 strikers for us. Good to see Deshae's in there. Still laugh at the fact Shandell Senior isn't at centre defensive mid, considering he's been out on loan for the last 3 seasons at Halifax. But he continues to feature, you know, heavily in our overall best 11. You can have a look for it here. Players like Edwini Bonsu, who you can see now has gone on to be a scout. I mean, could my final action be to offer him a job as a scout? I don't have any scout jobs available. Soria, currently under 21 assistant manager, plays in the under 21s occasionally as well, although we have to rely on his birth certificate so he's allowed to play. Players like Tenguia. It's nice to see some of the original players, you know, who do play for FC Edmonton in real life. Players like Lincourt Joseph, Edwini Bonsu, Sarkaria as well. You can see he currently plays for Phoenix. What a few seasons he had for us. And it's kind of just an end of a chapter now. You can see Sarkaria was the only legend. Nick Daly did make it to Icon, as did Hamilton, Marshall and the Duck. I'm pretty happy to see those 3 guys there, I've got to be honest. Obviously, we did a lot of upgrades to the facilities over the years. And we had a good run, didn't we? We had a good run. You can see our landmarks here. 4 Canadian Premier League wins, 2 North American League wins there as well. If we just look at the Hall of Fame, where did we end up coming? I don't want to look at the worldwide. I want to look at the nation. We came just behind the York 9 manager, Jake Maxwell. What competitions did you win, Jake? I'm very confused. How could you have won the Canadian? How is this a thing? What alternate timeline are we in right now? I don't even know what's happening. Either way, we're up there. We did our utmost. We did well. I feel like it has to be said. Not quite on the English Hall of Fame, but maybe we'll get there one day. Continentally, where are we? We're off the pace. We're not even close to being on the Continental one, in truth. But we had a good run here. I would like to thank you guys for watching this series. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Can I say a massive thank you to all the Canadian Premier League fans who maybe came to the channel from watching this series. I hope you've enjoyed every second of it. I am sorry that the series isn't going to go on longer. I have thought about it. It was a tricky decision for me, but I have to do what's best for my channel. I've been putting in daily episodes of every kind of, you know, video under the sun for the last year. And unfortunately, just the way the YouTube algorithm works and the dying popularity of this series just leaves me in a position where it would not be a good thing, I don't think, to keep doing something like this where, you know, I kind of have mixed feelings doing it, shall we say. But yes, this has been the Rise of a Nation. I do feel like we rose Canada up a little bit. We saw the Canadian Premier League go up in reputation over the years. I'm sorry I couldn't take us much further than what we did. I would have liked to have got further with it, but we had a good run. We made some good memories. Thank you, Nick Daly, Saint Duck, anyone else who I forget. You know, there were some big players here through the years. You've all been beautiful. I'll see you guys some other time. Thank you for watching the Rise of the Nation. It is me, Jack, and I'll talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.